strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf.
Hello guys, welcome back to my workshop. Today we have an installation video of the CROSSPRO Sump Guard cover for the Benelli TRK 502X. This is made in Portugal. It's the same brand of my crash bars. It's made in 4mm aluminium and it's much better than the original guard. That is much more of a slider than a guard actually. So these are the instructions, all the steps here indicated, all the brackets, the fixation points and the screws. This is very easy to do, maximum 30 minutes I guess. But as always we are going to take our time during the installation. These are the brackets. If you haven't done it so far, you should remove the original sump slider. It's just for screws. It's very easy to remove. Mine is broken and I will show it later. And this is the engine guard itself. Like I said, 4mm aluminium, very light, but also looks very resistant. Alright, so first step, we need to remove the nut of the side stand. No need to remove the side stand, just the nut. It's where one of the sump guard brackets is going to fix. So you need a socket wrench to do that. This is always really tight. Also, don't forget when reinstalling this nut, use some lock glue to prevent in the future any problems. Almost there. I think all the motorcycle screws should have screw glue for sure. Alright, let's install the bracket. And then put the nut back in the same position. Okay, so for the frontal bracket, the installation is also very simple. It's going to tie it to 2 screws of the engine cover. So the first thing you need to do is remove the screws. They should be a little tight, but it's okay. Just be careful when removing them, the screws are not very durable. Just making sure which ones are to be removed. There isn't much space to remove this one because of the exhaust, so be patient. There. Okay, so let's put the bracket on its place. you should do this with a torque tool, but if you don't have one, be careful, don't over tight these little screws. This is very important. This is the screw glue. It's really dirty, but the brand is Loctite. You should put a little bit, not too much. This will help to prevent the screw coming loose. For the second one, this is very important because in this area of the engine we have a lot of vibrations, so if the screws are not tight enough, they might come loose. So with this glue it's okay. You can put more glue than I did, of course. Just a bit more. I don't like to put too much because if one day I want to remove the screws, it's gonna be hard to remove. I think it's better from the other side. It's a bit easier to do it. That's why motorcycle mechanics have a lift to put the motorcycle more into the air, more above, so they could work more easily. There you go. Final touch. Nice. Okay, so in the other side, you should remove the little protector of the exhaust. I removed mine already here. And once again, the side bracket, it's going to screw it into the engine cover screws. So let's remove the original ones. I think for the Benelli TRK, the sump guard is very important. Not only it protects the lower end of the engine and the oil filter, etc., but it also looks very good. The bike without it looks unfinished a bit, in my opinion. Okay, same thing. Don't forget to put a little screw glue. I'm always saying screw glue, this is funny. Okay, so a bit on the other two. I'm using this small wrench so it doesn't have too much torque on it. If I use the big one, I might damage the screws. So these are the little inside nuts for the sump guard itself. You need to pre-install them on the brackets that we have just put on the bike. There are 6 of them. Okay, so let's put the sump guard on its place. You can use the legs to bring it up, or your feet. You're gonna need an Allen wrench to put the screws into position. This is the original sump guard or slider, and you can see it is broken in here due to the vibrations. So this is a very big upgrade for the Benelli TRK X. This is rubber impact tape. I'm going to use it to put inside of the sump guard between the brackets and the sump guard. This will help to prevent vibrations, of course. This will also minimize the amplification of the engine sound. It's one of the things that after installation of this sump guard you are going to notice immediately is that you will hear more of the engine sound while idling. It is perfectly normal, and because it is amplifying the engine sound from the sump. So all these rubber materials I'm applying will help to minimize that. Of course, you don't have to do this, but it will help for sure. There you go. You can see here how I did it. Okay, so the screws or bolts. I like to use each shrink on the screw also to prevent vibrations. The softer the better, of course. And some rubber washers, as you can see here. This will also help the vibrations. It makes it a little bit harder to put on its place, but you can do it with a little strength. These rubber washers are not included on the CROSSPRO kit. Remember to put all the 6 screws into place before doing the final tightening. Okay, so the 2 near the side stand. And on the other side 2 more. Okay, so this is the finished look. What you guys think? I think it's a really nice upgrade to the Benelli TRK. Just remember the X version has a different model of the CROSSPRO Sump Guard of the normal road Benelli TRK. And if you are wondering, this is my battery tender. Automatic battery charger is connected to the battery in this fast plug. And as you can see, it is slow charging and maintaining the voltage of the battery. Just 12.6 volts because it is stopped by now, the automatic process. It only charges when the voltage drops a bit down and shuts down when the voltage is high. So, thanks a lot for watching and see you on the next video.